Dorian, can you, that fourth down play early in the fourth quarter was obviously very pivotal. It was I guess an option where you could have done either. Can you just tell us what you saw in the play and how it kind of developed?
Yeah, so it all starts with the read on the DN. I thought he was pretty close to the box to be able to pull the ball. But again, it's 4th and 1. We got one of the best backs in the country, so just knowing the situation, I think I should have just handed the ball off on that one.
You guys were, I guess, midway through the second quarter, moving the ball pretty well, and then the second half unable to add points on the board. Did anything change execution-wise? Did they change their defense? What did you see?
I think there's penalties. We shot ourselves in the foot a couple times. But again, I have to go back and watch the film and all that stuff to get a clear answer.
Just for Dorian. Last year, you guys never lost a game by more than one possession. Same goes for the Fresno State game. Lose this by 19, you're kind of out of it by the end. Does that give you a different feeling at all in the locker room after, or is just a loss a loss?
Yeah, definitely. It sucks. I wouldn't say the point differential means anything. Loss is still a loss, but obviously it sucks. It's definitely hit on the chin. So.
And then, Jordan, can you just talk about how tough it was to deal with Jaden Daniels taking him down and just kind of planning for him running and scrambling like you did?
Yeah, absolutely. Every time you play somebody that's a dual threat in the case, you have to plan it differently every single week. There's always that opportunity where he'll take off and run for 20 yards. I mean, I know that every single defense feels the same way when they play us with Dorian. Adds another element to their game. So it's just part of the scheme. Just got to execute it better and take on next week.
Jordan, it seems like you guys weren't able to get a lot of pressure on the quarterbacks. Did they do anything different that you saw? What went into that?
I think with how much we pressure, a lot of teams are 7-man protecting, which makes it harder for us to get there. But at the end of the day, we have to win on one-on-ones, and we have to execute our job on all sides or all aspects of the ball, and especially when you gamble in a sense, or you pressure that much. We believe in our guys, and the pressure has to get home. That's the whole point of it. So it is what it is.
You guys gave up a ton of big plays that really burned you. What kind of went wrong on some of those plays?
Like we just talked about, we have to be responsible on each level of the ball. We have to, when we pressure, when we send 7, when we send 8, we have to get home. We put our DBs in compromised positions, and as you know, it's hard to cover, especially good receivers like that in the open field. So it kind of, we just got to do our jobs in all facets.
You guys are a little bit short at safety. What kind of, how does that kind of stress your job as a linebacker when you have new pieces coming in? You don't have Quentin, you don't have Kenny, and those guys have obviously played a lot for you.
Yeah, no, absolutely. And they're great players. We got to make sure that they come back healthy next week. We saw Q-Lake out there for a little bit, which was good. Kenny tried to thug it out, but if it hurts, it hurts. But we're confident in those guys who played. They prepared their butts off all week, and regardless, by the end of the day, we'll live and die by the guys on our team.
Dorian, obviously the loss hurts, but not scoring any points in the second half. Did you guys talk about that in the locker room?
No, we're gonna wait till tomorrow and we'll break down the film and all that stuff to hash all that out. So.
Jordan, you guys had a lot of penalties, and a handful of 15-yarders, which put you guys in a tough position. Talk about the discipline with having that many penalties.
Yeah, every time you go out there and you have these personal fouls and sportsman conduct and whatnot, it kills momentum. Gives them 15 yards, and especially times where they're out of field goal range, and then also they're in field goal range, and it kind of gives them that momentum. We're an extremely disciplined team. In the heat of the moment, it's hard to say. Like looking back at it, oh, we should have done this and this. It kind of goes both ways sometimes, and sometimes it's just unfortunate that we get called on or they get called on. So I think that we just got to look back at it and make sure that we take care of the little details and just play until the whistle's blown. And I think that we'll learn from this loss, from those mistakes, and I'm confident that we're going to go out next week and beat Arizona. So.
You guys could have gone 2-0 in Pac-12 for the first time since 2013. I know that was a long time ago, and you know you were here, but does it feel a little bit like an opportunity loss to do something a little bit special here?
I think every game is an opportunity loss if you lose it. You know, they're all important, and they're all going to be important moving forward. So, again, that's why we take it day by day. We take it week by week. Not looking too far ahead and trying to think about Pac-12 play, all that stuff. So we got to take it week by week and focus on Arizona now.
Okay, thanks, guys.